All right, this is Silatus. Um, it typically will land you in this research home screen once you create your account at app.silatus.com. You've got two modes, which it seems like you found the academic mode. So there's a general mode, there's the academic mode. We recommend trying both for your use case. Obviously, if you are doing a literature review and you're really only focused on peer-reviewed research, the academic mode would probably be better because it will only return results that have, official citations. But the general mode may still be useful, and it may actually still link you to research that may be useful, or to just other information that may be useful, or to secondary sources that could lead you to other sources that are relevant. Um, and then more recently, you may not have seen this, we have fast and precise mode. So if you see, once I select fast mode, the estimated processing time goes down. Here it's saying it's about 2 minutes right now. If we go to precise mode, it increases. Um, the actual processing time can really vary depending on your specific query. The main difference between these two is that the fast mode does not actually scan the sources that it's searching in depth and make sure and verify that the information it's getting is high quality. So it will do an initial search for for whatever it is that you typed in here, the prompt that you enter. But the precise mode will go in and it will not just find, pages that may be relevant or research papers that may be relevant. It'll actually dig into those pages and into those papers and try to find specific sections and specific pieces of content within those papers that may be relevant as well. So we really recommend using our precise mode over our fast mode, but precise mode is only available in the free trial and for Pro Plus members. So um, what we can do with the academic and precise mode, we're still working on making it more powerful in terms of being able to read through entire papers, because it's very subject dependent. But we can try with your subject area to do a search here and see how well it works. So what would be an example of a question that you would want to ask?
Yeah, something along the lines of what was the role of the Paycheck Protection Program in um I'm sorry. Let's say in preventing job losses or unemployment, preventing unemployment.
Very important topic. Very critical topic. So we'll type that in and we'll search it. To your point that you made earlier about how you would ask it a question and it didn't exactly understand the question. Since you've last used the latest, we've actually made some improvements in the way that it collects that information, and the way that it actually does the search based on the prompt you asked it. Before, you had to be
Yeah.
very, very careful in the way you formatted the prompt. We did some, I guess, kind of improvements and loosening up so that you could type different types of prompts, whether you input a question, whether you do a statement, or you even actually do a more chat GPT style prompt where you tell it to do specific things. It will try to contextualize and understand what it is that you're saying to it, and do a relevant search. So you can see here that it collected, what is this, about one, two, three, four, six sources. Um, and what it does is it actually summarizes the contents that it found relevant or that it believes to be relevant from those sources. So we won't go through all of them here, but this first one is from, oh, there we go. We just talked about this SSRN. So it's 10 days late and billions of dollars short, the employment effects of delays in Paycheck Protection Program financing. You can tell me whether or not this looks like it could be relevant.
Yeah, I've already come across this paper and this is already in my review. So
Okay,
it's good.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Um, and then there are some other sources that it came up with. Have you seen these already?
I think so. Yep. That one on the bottom I don't know if I have. I'm not sure what source that's from. Ah, interesting. Okay.
Nebraska Law Review. So, this could potentially be relevant. So it came up with 6 sources, and then it'll write a brief summary. So one of the questions we got is, okay, it gives you these sources. Well, does it give you anything else? Does it actually try to answer your question? So here it'll actually try to take information from those sources and answer your question. It's still relatively brief for our academic mode, which, by the way, our academic mode is also only available for Pro Plus members. We're actually working on a sort of meta-analysis writer that will write a paper in kind of the format that you would expect of a peer-reviewed research paper. Again, the subject matter and the specific area of the research varies, really changes the type of or the format of the paper, right? Different, not necessarily industries, but different areas of research will, they have different styles for their research papers. So we're working to kind of uh, uh, design a kind of paper format that, even if it doesn't get you to like a final meta-analysis, which it probably won't, it can get you to a draft of something that that resembles a research paper with an introduction, with methods, with results, and with a conclusion. So that's the academic and precise mode. You had also mentioned that you used, a number of different sources. We're actually just starting to look at partnering with universities to bring some of the databases that they have access to into Silatus, so that you can actually access your university accessible databases through Silatus. So that's another thing to look forward to as well. Um, but I mean, that's the general idea of the platform. If you hit the back button, you can see all the sources, you can see the document again, so you can double click and open the document. You can double click on any of the sources and see kind of a summary, and then obviously go into the source. You can also, if you say, hey, I like these results, but I want more, you can click new search, and you can do another search and it'll output to the same exact folder. So you can search for something slightly different. It will try not to return the same results back to you. It'll try to find new results if there are any new results. Um, if there is anything else that it thinks is relevant, and it will put them in the same folder. One of the benefits of having everything in the same folder is that you can just click this little select all button. Depending on what level of plan you have, you can select a certain amount of items, and we'll just deselect the document. You can click the select all button, and then you can click summarize to summarize for these specific search results. Or if there's something that you see in here that you think is not relevant or that you don't want included, you can deselect it and then click summarize. So that's what this whole file system kind of thing is for. You can also click run command. So if you wanted to see specific, like pull out unemployment numbers from all of these papers, right? And then you click create, it'll actually pull out the unemployment numbers that it can find from the papers. Oh, I don't know why it's not, there it goes. Um, from the papers that you selected. And sometimes it'll say, hey, I can't find that information. Uh, Another benefit of Silatus over a lot of the other platforms out there is that it does not hallucinate very often, right? We have a very low hallucination rate. We're working to get like an actual precise statistical number. I don't want to throw a number out there to you that's not accurate. But we see it rarely hallucinate. Oftentimes, if it can't find information, it'll tell you something like this, that it needs more information in order to be able to give you a number. Um, so that, I think, is generally what would be relevant to you from Silatus. You also have, again, you have this whole file systems. You've got folders. You can move folders inside of folders. You can recategorize things however you want, so that you know if you want to process things that are in nested folders or what have you. We also, just to give you a bit more bang for your buck, we also have a chat feature. So, we get a lot of people saying, oh, I have a ChatGPT Plus subscription that's $19 a month. I don't want to add another Silatus subscription for an additional $9 or $19 a month. So we added a chat feature. It's just as powerful as ChatGPT Plus, and you get this feature on our Pro plan for only $9 a month. So we think it's a really, really good good deal for anyone who has a ChatGPT Plus subscription. We also have some other capabilities that are not necessarily useful if you're a researcher, for creating documents and custom document types. But if you wanted to like create a document, maybe there's a type of document that you have to write over and over again, like a status update or a report that you have to write every single week, you can actually create this like document type format. And then you just, when you need to actually write your report, you would just put in the specific bullet points, and it'll make everything look super pretty for you, so you can send a really professional document or report off to your team or to your boss or your principal investigator, whoever. So that's the latest. I will stop talking now, and I'm curious to know what you think.